Let's get I just liked what you did there. Let's get into it with the Mail. And farmers have threatened to starve Paris, going after French people's food. That's really hitting them where it hurts. Next, they'll be going after films where everyone smokes and nothing happens, Paul.
Yeah.
Having a pop at the French.
Film noir. French farmers have today started an indefinite, that means they don't know when it's going to end, Nick,
Thank you.
tractor siege of Paris, blocking off key routes and threatening to starve the city. So say what you like about the French, and sometimes we do, sometimes we do, but they know how to strike. They're not alone in this, though. A bunch of EU countries, Germany, Spain, Italy, are all doing the same thing. They're complaining about the same thing, which is the price of diesel, the price of fertilisers, all the things they need to do, and they're sort of undermining farmers each and every step of the way. The subsidies that the EU provides aren't finding their way to the farmers in the same way that they used to. I mean, it's like they all need to Brexit in some way.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's I'm not sure that's what they're hoping for, but they're not getting paid enough either. And what they're saying is, you know what, if you get rid of farmers, or if you kill off the farmers, you kill yourself off. It's self-harm.
It's crazy.
And they're making a good point, but what they're going to do is they're going to put bales of hay all over Paris. Not going to make it look very good at all.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because in the past the left might have cared about such things. Now it's seen as a kind of right-wing populist thing. You think about the truckers in Canada, the Gilets jaunes before this, you know, as you say, there's protests all around Europe.
There is a serious point to this, Nick. Sorry to interrupt you.
I was being serious then.
No. Sorry,
that wasn't a joke.
Absolutely were.
That was a really serious point.
You absolutely were. But 2 people have been killed as a result of this.
Really?
So they drove a car into a blockade, and a mother and her teenage daughter were killed, and the father was seriously injured. This sort of stuff all looks very good, and you know, it's fodder for us to talk about, but it's kicking off big time across the EU, particularly in France and Germany.
But they don't respect farmers, and the only thing is here, it's like the head of a union has said they're not trying to starve Parisians, and one of the farmers said the goal is to starve Parisians, so they need to sort out the messaging there. What do you think, Bruce?
Well, I think what they have to remember is the majority of chic Parisian women don't eat anyway. They survive on Gauloise cigarettes and coffee. But I was watching Julia Hartley-Brewer talk about this with someone on her show, and what she said was, isn't it funny that we need fossil fuels still for the fertilisers and the transportation? So she said something along the lines, until we can have a convivial conversation about this, then what is the answer? Because this isn't going to work in the long term.
Yeah, I don't see why everyone's so against the farmers. It's quite sinister. I mean, people like George Monbiot and these kind of nutters are sort of against farming. But why is there this move against farming? I mean, why can't we appreciate our farmers? We desperately need them.
I don't understand it either.
It's all environmental, is it?
Potentially. Conservatism also. You don't get many sort of Labour voting farmers. I don't know if that doesn't make sense really, because the NFU is huge and you'd associate the NFU with Labour in some way, I'm sure. But I mean, I don't understand why they would want to. It's basically literally biting the hand that feeds you.
But then that was the thing with the Mona Lisa and them throwing the tins of soup, and as I've said, I would like to throw tins of soup at their head, full. But the fact of the matter, they're saying our farming system is sick, but they didn't give any further, information.
Almost as if they're idiots.